Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to identify and classify primary source documents. And this is TEKS Unit 29E. The first thing is what is a primary source? According to Robert C. Williams, a primary source is a document, image, or artifact that provides evidence about the past, and it is an original document created contemptuously with the event under discussion. A direct quote from such a document is classified as a primary source. So that gives us what a primary source is. But where do I start? Well, that's actually easier than that. Where I'd like to start today is a simple program, Google Scholar. And Google Scholar is available to everyone. It's fairly simple. There's nothing really fancy to it. As some of most universities and high schools are going to have a digital library, and that's a little bit more complicated than what I have time to do today. But Google Scholar is a good alternative for at home. Something quick you need to find just some information on. You'll see it has My Library. And My Library is something that you can kind of store some documents in. My Citations, it kind of helps with citing, but you always need to look at the format. Everybody's format is just a little bit different. There's a guideline on the PurdueOwl.com or .edu, but every teacher kind of has some slight differences in what they want. Alerts, that's in case you put in and you save. You can save one of your searches, and then this will alert you if something that you put into your saved search pops up, something new that has been published. Metrics, I don't really mess with. Settings, I just leave that alone. You can get more fancy with that if you want. And then advanced search is really getting into a library type search with Boolean characters and stuff like that. But we're going to do something simple. Usually we're going to stick with articles. I don't deal with case law a lot, but sometimes, you may want to reference cases, Supreme Court cases especially, if it pertains to the subject that you're researching. Okay, so first I'm going to start with something simple. You have to be careful whenever you're searching for something, because if you're too generic, it's going to come up with a whole lot of stuff. All right, see, and it has 104,000 results. Okay, so, and that's going to be really, and none of this is really going to have anything to do with what I'm looking for. So you may want to do something a little bit more specific. So say, and General MacArthur in World War II. Still a fairly general, and we put the and in there. That means it's going to look for both of these topics within there, and it narrows it down. So you have 30,800. That's a lot easier to work with when you're trying to scroll through all these documents. The more specific you make your search, the more specific your results are going to be. Then again, it has articles and case law, so you can switch over if you want. And then also it has this really nice thing. Right now we have it set at any time, but we can go specifically say we want only the newest information given or the newest research done. So I'll do since 2014. That narrows it down to 2,780 articles. And then there's a book, The 25-Year Pure Grit, How America Won World War Nurses. I like this one, Eisenhower Volume 1. We'll open that up and take a look at what's next. Okay, so once you get to Google Books, it's going to come up, and there's different times. Sometimes it'll only have an abstract, but since this is a book, it's going to give us a preview of the book. Not the entire book, but a preview. Just to go through a little bit, get some information about, who wrote the book. It says Eisenhower, but is it written by Eisenhower? Who actually is the author? Is it an autobiography? You see some good maps of forward. So Eisenhower Volume 1, Soldier General of the Army, President-elect. So this is pretty good. As you're looking at it, you can go into find out what the contents are. This is kind of the table of contents. It's digital. And you can add it to your library. or you can hyperlink it, whatever you need to do. So this is a pretty good, or you could just straight buy the ebook or buy the book from Amazon or Google Books. So we'll go back and we'll take a look at something a little bit more specific that we'll find on research. Say, we'll go with child violence. And again, it's a generic topic, 74,000 results. So we'll say, and America, because that's usually what we're concerned with. So now it breaks down to 42,000. We'll say, and California. Again, 14,500. And we can say, or Texas, the two largest states in the country. 8,080. So TV viewing perceived similarly. So you get something like this. This is basically going to be like a research type article. And this is where when we click on something like this, because it said book against the book, this is going to be the Journal of Early Adolescence. So it's a journal article. And you're going to look at, now you want to look at the validity of it. You have University of California, Rand Corporation, CDC. That's, all these people are very professional people. So this looks like a good article, citing articles, Google Scholar, full text. You can get the full text for free. The abstract, which is right here. When you can do is go through the abstract, see if it's what you're looking for. See if it's type of study or research that you need. So that's what we have. The end. Any questions? Feel free to email or let me know. Have a good day.